You know, it seems that fast-paced hack and slash games are few and far between, which is truly a shame. I miss the days when we would get a ton of games like Ninja Gaiden, Metal Gear Rising, and God of War. Hell, we used to even get smaller games in the genre that had that brutal, fast-paced, lightning combat, like with the Conan game or X-Men Wolverine Origins. Yes, once in a while we still get a game that has that brutal combat, with Devil May Cry 5 or Bayonetta 3. However, a vast majority of these hack and slash games have taken a very different approach. More and more of these titles are starting to have that Souls-like combat feel to them. Hell, even Team Ninja has changed up their style, moving on from Ninja Gaiden to the Neo series. I'm not saying that these new games are bad, but man, sometimes I just miss that faster paced action. Luckily, once again, an indie developer is stepping up to the plate to deliver us a game in a genre that feels vastly overlooked by the AAA scene. In comes Enenra Daemon Core, and this is the type of game I've been looking for. From the over-top gore effects to the full-body dismemberment, the combat looks absolutely brutal. This is the type of slice and dice action I've been missing. The more and more I see of this game, the more and more it reminds me of Ninja Gaiden and Metal Gear Rising. It just seems like a blend of those two masterpieces. But let's take a closer look to see what the game has to offer. So it appears the game's going to have 3 different battle stances. The Blade Master, which is the jack of all trades, basically your default stance. The Ranged Shift, which grants us close to medium range attack abilities, which I think is kind of strange because when I think of a ranged stance, I would think of more of a long distance attack abilities. I almost don't really know what the difference between this and Blade Master would be. However, the third stance is definitely quite different. It's called Iron Will, which is a high risk, high reward, basically focusing on counter attacks, aka parries. So yeah, until I get my hands on this, I really don't know how much different these will be in play style. I see Iron Will will most likely definitely stand out, but I'm interested to see how Blade Master and Ranged Shift compare to one another. However, it's not just battle stances that we could play with during combat. We're also getting access to 5 different kinds of katanas, each infused with a demon core. And these cores will give our blade a different set of powers and combos to play with. For example, the Strand Blade has tether abilities, which from the looks of it is focused on aerial combat, allowing us to pull multiple enemies up in the air and just rip them to shreds. However, it's not just the main character that has access to these cores. Every person in this world is born with one of these cores, and each core gives every person some sort of unique ability. Between these cores giving people powers, and the fact that the game takes place in a cyberpunk version of Tokyo, the game has a ton of potential to offer unique levels and atmosphere, plus a vast roster of enemies and some insane, incredible boss fights. I truly cannot wait to see what type of potential this game truly has going for it. It's just so refreshing to finally get another fast-paced, intense action game. I feel like as if these games have slowly become a dying breed. Yes, I know, we still get one here and there, but let's be real, they're few and far between. I truly miss the days of getting tons of games like Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry, and Metal Gear Rising. And it appears the developer does as well, because here's what he had to say about some of the inspiration behind this title. I've always loved games like Devil May Cry, Vanquish, Metal Gear Rising, and Ninja Gaiden. These games were heavy inspirations for Enenra, in terms of combat and enemy AI. Moments such as the fight against Mistral in Metal Gear Rising are one of my favorite moments and something that inspires me heavily for the future of boss fights and cinematics. Honestly guys, I just hope this game turns out to be good. I'm rooting for this solo developer to deliver a high quality experience that fans of this genre could really love. I love the fact that every character is going to have these cool unique abilities, and it's kind of cool that they're going for that cyberpunk aesthetic in a Tokyo atmosphere. But I would love to hear what you all think. Is this something you guys are interested in? What is your favorite hack and slash franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. By the way, if you made it this far and did enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm going to get back to the grind and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.